Today I'm signing one winner from every Champions League winning team, starting with 2019. Now, as a Barcelona fan, this was kind of a painful year for me because it was the season Liverpool performed an incredible comeback on Barca in the semi-finals to then go on and win the trophy against Spurs. I think the final scoreline was 2-0 Liverpool. I remember Salah scored as well towards the end. And so now I get to sign a player from that Liverpool team. I could go with Mo Salah. Honestly, Van Dijk at the back would be absolutely insane. But for this first pick, we're going to be doing something different. Since we're doing this challenge in career mode, I feel like we should be showing some love to the managers that were part of these great Champions League winning teams. And so for our first pick, we're going to be choosing the manager of Liverpool, which in this case, Jurgen Klopp. Now, this manager pick is actually going to be quite important because we're going to have to use the exact tactical system Klopp used to win that Champions League in 2019. And he kind of had that Liverpool team playing a 4-3-3, a super high pressing style of play. Of course, he was the one who pioneered the Gegenpress play style, with of course crazy attacking wingbacks and all, and we're going to have to keep that in mind when we're building out our squad. But alright, off we go to sign our first winner, and it's going to be from 2012. Now, firstly though, I'm going to have to guess the club that won the Champions League that year. That allows me to sign the worst rated player in the starting 11 of the winning team. But then if I'm also able to guess the exact scoreline, I get to pick any player I want from the winning team. Now, from 2012, I do know it was Chelsea that won the Champions League that year. And I also know they did it by beating Bayern Munich. It was a big upset, and it was on penalties. I think it was 1-1. And yes, boys, we get this one right. Chelsea Bayern was the final. And oh man, to start off with, we can pick any player from that Chelsea team. Now, I do like Didier Drogba. He was their main man. Scored as well in that Champions League final. But then again, I do feel like the smarter pick would be a goalkeeper like Petr Cech, getting this out of the way. Because I think we all know there are some way better strikers that have won the Champions League. Remember, we're trying to build a team that can also go on and win the Champions League. So we're going to have to build our squad strategically. Not going to lie, it does hurt to say no to Didier Drogba, but we've at least got our goalkeeper sorted. Petr Cech is who we're picking from that 2012 Champions League winning team. Also, any player we pick, we're going to be giving them their prime rating. So Cech already gets his icon rating of 88, which is solid. And alright, we're spinning the wheel to pick our next Champions League winner, and it's gonna be 2011. And guys, I've got the Barcelona shirt on. I'm not gonna get this one wrong. 2011. That was the year Barcelona beat Manchester United in one of the most dominant performances in Champions League history. That 2011 Barca, I may be a bit biased, but I think it was the greatest football team of all time. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, of course. But now to pick any player I want, I'm gonna have to guess the scoreline. I think in 2011, the game ended 3-1. I remember Rooney had scored for United, but then Messi scored for Barca. I think Villa as well. Pedro too. And of course, guys, as a Barca fan, it would be embarrassing if I didn't get this right. But now things do get interesting because I get to pick one signing from that Barcelona team. Oh man, the options. Remember, we are going to be giving all the players their prime ratings. So I could pick a Sergio Busquets that's 89 rated, a Gerard Piqué that's 88, Xavi and Iniesta as well, both 91. But you know what? I think if an opportunity has presented itself to pick prime Leo Messi, it would just be rude not to. And oh man, he does have his prime rating of 94. And there you go, our pick from the 2011 Barca team, Leo Messi, joining up Petr Cech and Jurgen Klopp. One thing, though, that's going to be interesting to see is if Messi can play in these Jurgen Klopp tactics, because there's going to be a lot of running and pressing involved. But I guess it's prime Messi, so he should be able to get the job done. But let's see, what Champions League winning team are we picking from next? And it's going to be 2022. I think this was Real Madrid, and I think they faced Borussia Dortmund, if I'm not wrong. This is where I might get it wrong, because I know Madrid won it, but I don't remember the scoreline as such. Maybe 2-0 Madrid? I am an idiot. Real Madrid did win this game, but it was not against Dortmund, but this time around it was against Liverpool. Bro, I can't believe I messed this up, because now I can't pick the likes of Vinny or even prime Benzema. That would have been insane. And by the looks of it, we're gonna really miss out, boys, because no Modric or Toni Kroos as well, no Valverde, no Courtois. Instead, we're gonna have to pick the lowest rated player in this squad, which happens to be Ferland Mendy. I mean, what an L that is. 81 rated. To be honest, he has won a lot of Champions League trophies, but he is not the kind of player I want to be picking for a UCL winners team. I'm really hoping we'll get the chance to upgrade that left back spot. But now we're moving on and going to 2023. Now this I'm well aware of. It was Manchester City who won the Champions League final, and they did it against Inter. And if I'm not wrong, it was Rodri who ended up scoring the winner. I think it was a tight game of 1-0. So I'm pretty sure Inter didn't score. And yep, we do get this one right. It was 1-0 indeed to City. And now I'm glad that we do get to pick a starter. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted with Erling Haaland. He would be perfect in that striker position alongside Leo Messi. But then again, an opportunity to pick prime Kevin De Bruyne or even a Ballon d'Or winner like Rodri. I feel like we are going to get more opportunities to pick crazy strikers, but I really don't want to pass up on the chance of getting either Rodri or Kevin De Bruyne. And come on, man, prime KDB, one of the greatest midfielders of the last generation, and that too, he's got his prime rating of 91. And so I gotta pick KDB, bro. He's going to be our pick from that 2023 Man City winning team. And looks like next we're heading to 2020. Pretty sure this was the year the Champions League was played behind closed doors. I remember my club Barcelona got dismantled by Bayern 8-2. No happy memories. But yup, it was Bayern Munich that was relentless that year under Hansi Flick. I know they won the Champions League, and I think it was against PSG in the final. I remember Kingsley Coman scored. I don't remember if PSG scored, so I'm kind of worried whether it was a 1-0 Bayern win or a 2-1 Bayern win. Do you know what? I'm gonna go 1-0 Bayern, because I only can think of Coman scoring. And oh man, the relief. We got this one right. Ooh, if I want, I could get a left-back upgrade as well by picking Alphonso Davies. Joshua Kimmich as well would be a solid addition, very versatile. But you know what? I want to show some respect to Lewandowski. He's finally leaving European football by the looks of it. And honestly, guys, there's a solid argument that could be made about Lewandowski being the best striker of the last generation. I think a player like that does need to get into the team. So we're picking Lewandowski. Okay, I'm really liking the look of our attack now with Messi and Lewandowski. Need to start focusing a bit on the defense too. But next up, we get 2026. Now, this is going to be kind of a bonus pick because, of course, the 26 final has not been played. So I'll actually get to sign a player from the team I think will win the Champions League. Everybody seems to be thinking PSG will just smash through Arsenal. That's what happened last year where they destroyed Inter. But I do feel like Arsenal are different. They just went through a grueling Premier League campaign, came out on top. I feel like Arsenal are going to win this game. It's going to be super tight, maybe a goal from a corner. And from this Arsenal team, I don't think we should be picking a player that starts because technically, as things stand, they're not a Champions League winner. So I feel like I'm just going to go with Bukayo Saka, put him on the bench. I do feel like the comments are going to roast me for saying that Arsenal will win. But let me know your predictions in the comments. Oh, and while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. Next up, we've got 2006. And talking about Arsenal, this was the last time they reached a Champions League final 20 years ago. But they ended up losing to, of course, my club, Barcelona. It's easy. Eto'o scored and then Belletti with the winner. I do remember. 2-1 Barca. Ooh, and now from that Barca team, the players we can pick. Honestly, I'm in two minds right now. Ronaldinho or Carlos Puyol. But nah, guys, I just don't have the heart to say no to Ronaldinho. He's going to be our signing from that 2006 Barca team. But yeah, you can't deny that this attack is so cool. Dino, Messi, Lewandowski. And okay, from our next pick, we will focus on a centre-back. And it's going to be 2007. I think this was the year AC Milan won it. Because I remember Kaká around this time won a Ballon d'Or. They probably faced Liverpool in the final because I remember it was revenge for Istanbul. I don't remember the scoreline. That's the problem. I think it was 1-0. Well, looks like I got this one completely wrong. It was Filippo Inzaghi who scored 2 goals as Milan beat Liverpool 2-1. And I'm kind of gutted. We could have genuinely picked Paolo Maldini for our defense. That would have been perfect. Instead, I've missed out on that opportunity. And the lowest rated player I'm going to have to pick from that team? Gennaro Gattuso. I guess it isn't too bad because he's still 86 rated. But yeah, we definitely need to try and get this position upgraded along with the left back spot. But alright, we're heading to 2010 next. And again, this is a bit of a bogey year. I know it was Inter who won the Champions League this year. They won the treble as well that year with the likes of Wesley Sneijder. I think Samuel Eto'o was still there, Milito. But I have no idea who they faced in the final. Maybe it was Bayern Munich. Maybe a 2-0 scoreline against Bayern. I feel like I'm again going to have to pick the lowest rated player. Well, no, this time I guessed correctly. I genuinely didn't have an idea. It was 2-0 against Bayern. And this is good, boys, because that Inter team has a lot of options we could go for. Honestly, not even considering Milito or Eto'o, because we don't really need attackers now. We need defensive players. That's why even Wesley Sneijder not on my radar. You know what? I think the smarter pick would be their captain, Simon Zanetti. Bro, he's extremely versatile, can play as a left back, as a right back, probably even in the midfield. And since he's got his icon rating of 89, it's going to be a really good addition to the team as well. But next up, we're going to 2018. And I was wondering, when is Real Madrid going to start pop up? Because it's been a while. But I do have a bit of a problem. I can't really think of which team they beat. Don't forget, this was the three-peat era for Madrid. I will go with Real Madrid-Liverpool as the final, but I'm not sure of the scoreline. I think it was a tight game. I remember Karius made like big mistakes, so maybe it was 2-0 Real Madrid? Oh man, we get the scoreline wrong. Can't believe it, man. I thought this was our chance to pick Cristiano Ronaldo. Instead, I've got to pick Keylor Navas. Sadly, though, he's not in the game, so we can't pick him. So the next lowest rated player, that's actually Isco. Which, to be honest, isn't too bad because Isco was a baller. That's how good that Madrid team was. But yeah, Isco is still only getting on the bench. But now we're picking from 2021. Pretty sure it was Chelsea that won it that year. And I think they beat Man City 1-0. And okay, I'm glad I got this one right. But to be honest, from that Chelsea team, I'm not sure if there are many players that would really be insane for our team. I guess we could go with Antonio Rudiger. Ooh, and N'Golo Conte wouldn't be too bad. And in that case, prime N'Golo Conte, 88 rated, has got to be our pick. And I guess Conte gets into the starting 11, and we drop Gattuso to the bench. We're heading next to 2024. I think it was Real Madrid again that won it this year, and I think the final was against Borussia Dortmund. I'm just gonna go maybe 3-1 to Real Madrid. I'm actually washed, bro. It was 2-0. And well, another chance to pick someone like Vinny or Toni Kroos, completely gone. And wow, the lowest rated player in this team is again Ferland Mendy, but we've already got him. This time we're gonna have to go with Nacho Fernandez instead. And yikes, boys, he's 82 rated. By the way, we're already 12 picks in, and there's still a lot of holes left in this team. I need to get my ball knowledge locked in, man. I can't be making more mistakes. And all right, we're heading to 2025. That was last year. I can't get this one wrong, boys. It was a massacre. PSG destroyed Inter 5-0. Of course I'm getting this one right. And since we've already got our attack sorted, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to improve our midfield. Or actually, there are more options. Like we could improve the left back spot. Nuno Mendes would be an insane upgrade over Ferland Mendy. Pacho as well in the centre back spot. But come on, guys. This man Vitinha finished third in the Ballon d'Or rankings that year. He's the best midfielder in the world right now, and I think we just gotta pick him. And next up, we're heading to 2014. I cannot get this wrong, boys, because I know it's Real Madrid that won the Champions League that year. It was against Atletico Madrid. The question I have is that in 2014, did the game go to penalties? Actually, I don't think so. I think it was 4-1. In extra time, Madrid scored like 3 goals, if I'm not wrong. And I will absolutely take that. We do get it right. Now, there are 2 players from this team I really want to pick. First one has got to be Sergio Ramos. I mean, we don't have a single good centre-back. This could be our chance. But then they also have Cristiano Ronaldo. And I don't want to mess up on a chance to pick Ronaldo. I know we've got Lewandowski up top, but I'm thinking we put Ronaldo there. We'll have an attack of Dino, CR7, and Messi. How insane would that be? So sorry, Sergio Ramos. We are going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. And there you go, boys. I'm dropping Lewandowski to the bench, putting Ronaldo up top. We're already 14 signings in. We've only got 5 left. And looks like we're heading next to 2005. Okay, this scoreline I cannot forget because it was one of the craziest Champions League finals of all time. AC Milan versus Liverpool. And at halftime, Milan were 3-0 up. But that night in Istanbul, Liverpool made the comeback 3-3. And I think they won it on penalties. And of course, we get this one right. And now we got to pick a player from that Liverpool team, which honestly, not that impressive. Stevie G is probably the best player we can pick. But honestly, I don't know where he gets into this team. He's not benching De Bruyne or Vitinha. We've already got players like Isco and Gattuso on the bench as backup. With only 5 picks left, I don't think it makes sense going for a midfielder, especially when we're so desperate for defenders. Could go with Xabi Alonso, but I can't believe it, boys. The smartest option would be Jamie Carragher. I guess in terms of quality, he's gonna end up being like one of the worst players in the team, but still 86 rated. We needed a centre-back, and I guess he can do the job. Next up, we're going to 2017, where Real Madrid did win the Champions League. I think it was against Juventus. But what was the scoreline, though? I know Ronaldo scored a brace. Was it 4-1 or 4-2? Because I remember Mario Mandzukic scored. I don't remember anyone else scoring, so maybe it was 4-1 indeed. And oh, the relief. We do get it right. And this was important, boys, because now it gives us the option to go for Luka Modric or Toni Kroos. But of course, there's only one player I'm looking at. Sergio Ramos. He's got his prime rating of 89 as well. Not gonna lie, I'm glad we get to upgrade our backline, because we ain't ain't winning the Champions League, bro, with Carragher and Nacho at the back. But okay, what else do we need now? I feel like a left back has got to be priority. Probably another centre back as well. But yeah, only 3 picks left. And looks like we've got 2013 next. I think this was the year Bayern won the Champions League against Dortmund. A bit confused on the scoreline of whether it was 1-0 or 2-1 to Bayern. I think it was 2-1. Ah, okay, the relief. We get this one right as well. Now, as much as I would like to consider options like Iron Robin or Frank Ribery, we don't need them. What we could use is Philipp Lahm, because I've got an idea. First though, yes, Philipp Lahm is going to be our pick from that Bayern team. We've signed him up. But this is my plan, guys. Zanetti, remember when we signed him, I said he was versatile? He can easily play in the left back spot, and we can put Philipp Lahm at right back. Only thing is, both these fullbacks don't really fit the system of Jurgen Klopp, because he likes attacking wing backs. Both of them are probably wing backs that prefer to be more in control, so not sure how that's going to do for our Champions League sim. But hey, at least it means we've added quality to the team. But alright, we've got 2 signings left, and one of them is going to be from 2015. And come on, boys, Barcelona fan, how can I forget? It was the last time we won the Champions League. But yeah, I do remember that final. It was 3-1 against Juventus. Yup, we get that one right. Honestly, boys, if we hadn't picked Ronaldinho, Neymar would have been my pick. But we've already got Saka on the bench as well. Lewandowski too. I don't think we should go for an attacker. Could go with like an Iniesta, and I think he would start over probably Vitinha. Actually, if Gerard Piqué was in the game, I would probably have picked him, because he would be perfect to partner with Sergio Ramos. Sadly, he's not. Do you know what, boys? Let's just go with Neymar. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun. He's got his prime rating of 90, and also this was back when he actually was injury-free in a way. But yeah, he's the Barca player we're picking from that 2015 UCL winning side. And now we've got a slot for only one more signing, and it's going to be from 2008, the year Manchester United won the Champions League. Didn't expect them to show up in this video. But yeah, they did beat Chelsea in the final, that I'm sure of. I think Ronaldo scored in that game. I think the scoreline was 1-1, and then on penalties, Man United won. And yes, boys, we do get it right. And they had Rio Ferdinand start in that final, as well as Nemanja Vidic. Okay, now, just because Ferdinand is 1 overall higher rated, I think we gotta go with him. And that is now the final Champions League winner we're adding into this team. And this is it, boys. Our squad of Champions League winners have been assembled. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with the squad I've built. Yeah, I messed up my ball knowledge a few times, but still, we've got Messi, Ronaldo, Dino. But let's now see if this team can actually win the Champions League. And okay, guys, we shouldn't be surprised that our team of Champions League winners finished second. By the way, the reason you're even seeing Man United up so high, that's because it's not just us who have all these club legends. Man United have the likes of Wayne Rooney, George Best, Paul Scholes, and pretty much every team has their club legends. That's the only way to kind of make this video fair. But still, we've got a team of Champions League winners everywhere, and no surprises, we knock out Dortmund. Oh, Bayern Munich would have been difficult, man, but we do knock them out. But we keep marching on and we destroy Inter. And not gonna lie, I'm surprised it is Arsenal that we're facing in this Champions League final, the team that I've predicted to win this year's final. And oh wow, looks like Messi and Ronaldo went aura for aura this season. Ronaldo with 26 goals, Messi with 25, but he had way more assists. But yep, I'm not surprised one bit that this team made the Champions League final. Let's see if it can beat an Arsenal team with some prime players like Thierry Henry. Wait a second, they've signed Roberto Carlos as well as Lilian Thuram? But come on, guys, we've got a team of winners everywhere. Surely it's good enough to beat Arsenal. Let's see if they can win it. And I can't believe it. How did Arsenal win? Gabriel Martinelli dunking on a team with Messi and Ronaldo. Sometimes, guys, simulations in career mode just don't make any sense. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, watch me build a team with one winner from every Premier League season. Click here.